it is that time of year again where I recap that past season's seasonal bucket list. As most of you know, I'm kind of obsessed with doing seasonal bucket lists, so I'll do a summer, a fall, and then either like a Christmas or a winter bucket list, and then I also have a big life bucket list that I have yet to share. I have a baby sleeping in the background. Normally she does okay with sleeping in her swing and me like talking on the phone and stuff, so I'm hoping that's the case today. This is my first time like sitting down and filming a video since I've been a mom. But anywho, getting sidetracked. So yeah, in the beginning of the summer I did a whole summer bucket list wreath. It's looking a little bit bare now because I have the majority of the things right here in my hand, but yeah, I put together this whole, why wasn't that my thumbnail? So as you can see, there's still some stuff on there that I didn't cross off. I think there's like 4 things that I didn't cross off, but I did get a lot done this summer. I was so excited for summer to start, as most of you guys know. And it's crazy that now we're at the end of summer and oh my gosh, our lives have just completely changed since I originally put together that summer bucket list video. I have a little plaything in my video. I have a sleeping baby in the corner. It's just been an amazing summer. It was a lot busier. Now I'm gonna talk with watery eyes. It was a lot busier than I thought it was going to be. And it was one of those moments where I was just super grateful that I put together a bucket list, because that's the reason why I love bucket lists so much, especially seasonal bucket lists, is because for me, a seasonal bucket list just really helps me to just remember to really kind of just stop and smell the roses. And during the busyness and craziness in life, to remember to just like take a moment and create little memories with your loved ones and just stop and just enjoy life. So these are all of the cards that I have crossed off, and so I'm just gonna pull them at random and talk about them. So the first one is go on a summer vacation. We've actually never really gone on too many like big vacations. Just something always gets in the way. We didn't really have like a big honeymoon or anything like that. And I was telling Joe, I'm like, this is like our last time to just go on a really nice vacation and not have to like bring kids or find like a week-long babysitter. So we had never been to Hawaii and we both always wanted to go, and so I was telling Joe, I'm like, we should just go on a little baby moon before she gets here. So we finally planned our trip to Hawaii that we had always wanted to do, and it was just such a fun vacation. Now that she's here, I am so grateful that we got that opportunity to just go and take a really nice vacation before she got here, because once the baby comes, you're both just kind of wrapped up in the baby, and it's hard to go on dates and it's hard to spend time with each other, and I just loved it. It was such a fun vacation. The second one is have a baby. I remember when I put this on my bucket list and I was so excited that we were getting ready to have a baby. It was something that we had been trying for 7 years, and I lost hope many times in those 7 years that we were ever going to have a baby. And I remember writing this down on the bucket list and just it being so surreal that we were getting ready to have a baby, and I was just so excited about putting this on my bucket list. But there was also a little bit of fear. There was a little bit of fear putting it on my bucket list, because I thought if the adoption doesn't go through or something happens, it's gonna be a hard one to look at and to not be able to cross it off. It almost made it to where I didn't want to put it on there at all, but I thought, Brittany, you have to have faith and just put it on there. And so here we are at the end of summer, and I have a little baby sleeping back there in her swing. Harper got here 9 days early on July 17th, and it's just been amazing. And it was just such an exciting time getting our bags packed. and rushing to the hospital and getting to be there during the whole labor and delivery, holding her for the first time and feeding her for the first time, and really having that time where we were in the hospital with the birth parents and being able to go back and forth into each other's rooms and visit with each other. And then the time that we had in our hospital room with just Joe and I and Harper, and we really just became a family in that little hospital room. It was just such an amazing time in our lives, and then bringing her home for the first time was just one of those moments that I've always dreamed of walking through your front door with your baby. We just fell in love with her as soon as we saw her, and she just threw our world upside down in the best possible way. We have just been loving being her mom and dad, and we just love her so much. Our first family walk, I put that on the summer bucket list. Joe and I love going on walks with the dogs during the summer, and every single time, like literally we've done it for the past 11 years, and every single time we go on a walk, I would always just think of, I wonder if someday we're gonna go on a walk with our little baby or our little toddler. But we finally got out and went on a family walk with her, and it was just perfect. Nothing special happened during the walk. It was simple and it was basic. It was just a walk. But at the same time, it was what I always dreamed it would be and what I always wanted it to be. So the next one is do a service project, and we did this one in the very beginning of summer, and I had something very specific in mind when I put this down on the bucket list, and that was to buy bikes for kids. We had done that not this past summer, but the summer before, and we just had so much fun doing it. I definitely wanted to do it again. So one of the families had 2 young boys, and they had just had some hard times that year, and so they were just going through some hard times, and she knew that her boys would definitely love some bikes that summer, and so we bought 2 bikes for them, and it was just so fun dropping them off. They were actually having like a big barbecue outside, and so it was kind of a little sneaky dropping them off, but I'm pretty sure they caught Joe as he was dropping them off. And the second family, I think she was a single mom, and she had 2 young children, a boy and a girl, and I think she was going through chemo at the time. She had breast cancer. I'll have to look back at the Facebook message, but I don't know if she had just gotten done with chemo, or if she was about to start chemo, or she was in the process of going through chemo. But when I heard her story, my heart just broke. Growing up, my mom was really, really sick. She was in and out of the hospital during my whole childhood, and then when she was home, she was pretty much bedridden. She was in a wheelchair. My heart just definitely went out to them, and so we were really excited to be able to just give them something small that summer to hopefully make it a little bit happier for that family. So it's funny because they had a boy and a girl, and the girl wanted a skateboard, not a bike, and the boy wanted a bike. So it was really fun we went to like the best skateboard shop that we could find to try to get her at least like a really good quality skateboard. So hopefully she enjoyed it this past summer. And then we got the boy a bike, and it was just so fun. I'm pretty sure they saw us because I was like hiding behind a tree. It was just really fun, and I hope that those kids had a great summer. I hope so badly that they just had a really awesome summer. This one is eat at a food truck. So this one was a really exciting one for me because it is on my life bucket list to eat at a food truck. So I not only got to cross it off my summer bucket list, but I also got to cross it off my life bucket list. This summer we actually drove to Utah during the 4th of July time. Harper came like a week and a half later or something like that, which is so crazy to think of. So the day before, we were visiting with Joe's family, and I like tore a muscle in my back trying to get on the floor. And so we spent the night in the emergency room, and then afterwards we were driving up the mountain to go visit my family. And they were having like a little street fair thing, and there were all these food trucks and vendors and stuff. And there was a grilled cheese sandwich food truck, and I was like, Joe! So yeah, I finally got to eat at a food truck. We both got grilled cheese sandwiches. Eats a banana split. So I have not had a banana split since I was like 9 years old, and I loved them as a kid. I remember Denny's served banana splits, and whenever my mom would take us to Denny's, I would always like get a banana split, and I was always just so excited about it. But nowadays, they don't make banana splits the way that I grew up having banana splits. So whenever I'd be at like a restaurant and they had a banana split on the menu, I'd be like, ooh, a banana split. Like it would bring back all these like childhood memories. But they wouldn't make it the right way. They would make it with all vanilla ice cream, and then they would like drizzle chocolate on top, and then drizzle strawberry on top, and then drizzle pineapple on top. And I'm like, that's not a banana split. A banana split is with strawberry ice cream, chocolate ice cream, and vanilla ice cream, no pineapple. And then you drizzle the chocolate over the chocolate, and you drizzle strawberry over the strawberry, and then the vanilla just has the whipped cream with the cherry on top, and then you drizzle sprinkles and nuts over it. So like literally for years, I have been craving a banana split like the banana split that I had from my childhood, and I just never got around to buying the ingredients. So I put it on my summer bucket list to make sure that this was a memory and something that I just set aside the time to actually buy the ingredients and to make. So the next two kind of go together. The first one is have summer dinner outside, and then the other one is roast s'mores and have a barbecue. And the three really happened together, so I'm just gonna include them in one. So we only had 2 barbecues this summer. Again, it was just really crazy summer. Both of them happened after she was here. So the first one happened, I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks after she was born. My dad was visiting and my sister was visiting, and it had been a couple weeks since Ben and Sarah had seen Harper. And then also, as you guys know, Ben is my brother, and so we obviously wanted to have them over for a barbecue because my dad and sister were coming, so he would obviously want to see them as well and just have a big family barbecue. But then the other bonus is that Ben and Sarah are the birth parents, so they not only get to come over as family, but they also get to come over as birth parents and see Harper. And then Sarah asked if she could invite her mom, dad, and brother. And I of course said yes. I was super excited to have them over, and they hadn't seen Harper since the hospital. And so yeah, we had them over and we had a barbecue, and we had all the kids over, and it was just a really fun barbecue. And it was our first moment having like a birth parent visit, where like her family was coming to see Harper, and it was just nice to see it come together, because for months we had been talking about like what it would look like and how we would do certain things, and I had always just kind of visualized like what will it be like to have like her parents come and visit. It was really fun having them over. I loved seeing them interact with her and seeing them grow that bond with her. And then the second barbecue we had was when his family was here this past week. It was Labor Day weekend, the weather was perfect. And yeah, it's just always fun just like doing those fun little things with family. So last but not least, we have lay in the grass with Harper. It was just an idea that made my heart warm and fuzzy just thinking about it, and so I went ahead and put it on my summer bucket list, and we actually just accomplished this past week as well. And so yeah, I got my little picnic blanket and laid it out. Joe joined in, which was fun, so we all just kind of laid in the grass as a family and looked up at the clouds, although there weren't that many clouds that day. So that is my summer bucket list recap. Most of these things, if not all of these things, were very, very just simple, basic, beautiful little memories that I wanted to create this summer. It was an amazing summer. Definitely a summer that will just go down in the books as the craziest, most memorable, most life-changing summers of our lives so far. So I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you guys made a summer bucket list this year, and if you were able to cross off any of those items, and if you're going to make a fall bucket list, and if you have any suggestions for what should go on my fall bucket list. So that video will be coming soon, and I'm really, really excited about it. So anywho, thanks for watching. Harper says bye. She's still sleeping, see? She's such a good sleeper. She's such a good girl. You're such a good girl. Anywho, I'm gonna go give her lots of hugs and kisses and wake her up, because it's probably time for her to eat. And thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys are having a fabulous day, and I'll see you later. Bye.